13 races through the 2023 Trinity River Cup Series season, we arrive for our one and only trip to the Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega County, Alabama. We are here at this 2 2/3 mile restrictor plate speedway for the Sirius XM Satellite Radio 500. 40 hungry competitors coming into this one, and 28 of them have not won this season, and they are looking to change that today and take advantage of the great equalizer that is pack racing. Hello everyone, live here on the Trinity River Network in Sweet Home, Alabama, joined alongside Nathan Stapleton for the call of this one. Nathan, thank you for joining me up here in the booth. What can we expect here? This is an older version of Talladega. This is 2006 spring, and it is a very bumpy Talladega. What are we going to see here in this one?
Well, you mentioned probably the biggest part of this version of Talladega is bumpy. It's almost like the Auto Club Speedway in real life. Auto Club, super bumpy in real life. Chews up tires like crazy. Here, at this version of Talladega, it's also really bumpy, very worn out. Of course, this is the version that they used right before they repaved it in 2006, so very bumpy, very worn out. Might see some tire failures in this one if this stays going all the way, and just have to wait and see of how much different this plays out than normal Talladega races on and on.
And of course, on this one, we're still doing what we normally do as super speedways. We're not having any scheduled pit stops for this one, but that is not to say, again, that something couldn't happen with this older, more abrasive surface, even with the settings being such that we don't have any scheduled pit stops. We'll just have to see how it goes here. Let's take a look at the point standings coming into this one. Eric Monaco leading the way with 353 points towards the championship. He's 20 ahead of Alex Lozano, 21 ahead of Braden Perez, 30 ahead of John Andrews, 41 ahead of Elijah Gordon, 43 ahead of Sebastian Kukulon, 44 ahead of Chase Buck, 49 ahead of Roberto Crown Jr., and 50 ahead of William Brock, and 51 ahead of last week's winner, Brad Stover. Dover had the standings completely shook up. Now, only 7 drivers are within a race worth of points of each other, as opposed to what it was before. That's a lot less drivers, and they're looking to get their seasons back on track here at Talladega Superspeedway. And it's time to get these cars rolling here at Talladega. That's going to do it for the pre-race. It's Blake Parker on the pole position for the first time this season. He is going to start this one alongside Alex Lozano, who gained 7 spots after a tremendous run at Dover last week. The Osgen Motorsports team, Lozano comes in second in the championship standings. Row number 2, we find Andrew Williams, who's searching for his 3rd career win. Won at Fontana in Season 3, Milwaukee Season 4, has not won yet in Season 5. Could it happen today at Talladega? He starts this one alongside the winner at Rockingham earlier this year, Chase Buck, in the Monkey Buck Racing number 45. In row number 3, we find Stephen Colon, Phoenix winner. Starts this one alongside Sebastian Kukulon, a 3-time winner in the points-paying events, looking for his 4th points-paying win. It would be his 6th overall on the channel to tie him with Kanan Biller and Benny Watson for most all-time on the Trinity River Network. In row number 4, we find Thomas Troxel, the lone Pacific Camel Racing driver to not win this year. Could that change today? He's starting alongside Roberto Crown Jr., who has never won in the Trinity River Cup Series, and he's driving for Wisconsin Racing Incorporated. Row number 5, rounding out the top 10, Trey Wright, who's driving the 95 that went to victory lane in the fall of 2021 with Kanan Biller behind the wheel. And he starts this one alongside the man who won at Talladega last spring, the lone visit to Talladega last year, Colin Teague in the Powerade number 97. That's the top 10. Nathan, a lot of good drivers up there in the top 10 and throughout the field. It's the great equalizer, Super Speedway Pack Racing. Who is going to go to victory lane here at Talladega? Who you got?
Oh, this is almost like gambling at the casino. It's going to be unpredictable as ever. But I'm going to say a random number here. I'm going to say the number 52 of Ace Garcia is going to win.
Ace Garcia, it would be the first win for Velocistar this year. They've struggled to start their 2023 campaign. And we'll see if Ace Garcia can get it done. He won twice last year at Darlington and Twin Ring Motegi. Could it be today at Talladega that Velocity finally breaks through? Welcome in, everybody. We hope you enjoy the Sirius XM Satellite Radio 500 at Talladega. 38 laps, 101 miles. Blake Parker and Alex Zano lead us to the green. We're green flag racing in Sweet Home, Alabama. Through the trioval back to the checkered flag, Andrew Williams leads lap number 1 of the Sirius XM 500 at Talladega. Here's Stephen Colon down to the inside with a big push from Thomas Truxell as the bottom lane on the inside, about the first 10 cars down there, singles out very quickly, and the outside is gone for now.
Stephen Colon about to drop back as everyone's on this inside lane. Truxell to the race to lead. Here comes White as well in that number 95, Parrish, and they might pick Ace Garcia as well up on this fourth car on this inside lane, and now Trey White's going to ditch Truxell out to drive.
Trey Wright again, that 95 won in 2021 in the fall. Trey Wright only has one career win to his name, and it came at Willow Springs in that 2021 season. He's not won in his tenure with Team Ninja Rapids, but it happened today at Talladega. He leads the way here on lap number 3. Will Parrish taking a look to the inside.
Here comes Parrish from Zidell and Sierra in that beautiful Nike purple machine. And so Parrish is going to take the race lead, and now here comes Perez shoving. Kyle McLeod says Seidell's going to take the race lead away. Absolutely a bunch of cycle races so far.
And that's probably going to be how it's going to be the rest of the way here at Talladega. Kanan Biller may have already lost the draft in car number 81. The aforementioned winner of the fall 2021 race in that 95 car that Trey Wright now pilots, and a 6-time winner in the series. Here comes Paul Antoine Cyr down to the inside with help from Braden Perez, and you're definitely noticing the bumps in the racetrack. This older surface is definitely playing a massive factor in this one so far.
Yeah, I said it in the pre-race. This track, this version of Talladega, very bumpy, and it's not really causing too much of a driving aspect to it, but tell you what, these next gens are definitely bottoming out a ton on these bumps, and have to see what plays out because of it, as Perez out front, trying to lead the field as they're 3 wide out the field behind him. And here comes the number 23 of Keegan Thompson to the point. That's the 4 wide back there.
Oh, they are 4 wide back there. As the points leader, Eric Monaco, pushes Keegan Thompson to the lead. They get out of it, thank goodness. But that splits up the front from the middle, as there's some cars falling back behind that their handling is going away. They could have potentially lost the draft. Kanan Biller looks like he's lost the draft. We'll see if potentially, maybe Alejandro Cruz does. And here comes your points leader, Eric Monaco, right around the inside of Keegan Thompson.
I was very close with that 4 wide move. I barely saw it in the corner of my eye in the back of the screen, and have to see what happens here at Spot's machine to the front. And now the A4.
Oh, big explosion! That's last year's winner, Colin Teague! Colin Teague has blown up, last year's Talladega winner, and Anthony McClure as well down to the inside, trapped in the smoke. I don't believe anything's wrong with him, but 2-time winner this year, Anthony McClure. I think something is wrong with him. He may have had a tire go down.
you might have had two issues at the same time. Unfortunately, there goes Diana's blackout motor, but definitely for Anthony McClure, probably having a tire going down right at that same moment in time. And tire was going to be a factor. Might see a couple of tires blow, and unfortunately, it happened to him right when the engine lit up in smoke. And now, this is interesting. The entire pack is split up from each other, and now this might go caution free because of the field being so split out.
We'll see. There's a lot more cars back here than there are up at the front, and we'll see if maybe this back pack could get back together and move faster to catch up with this front group. But the front group is sizable enough where that's going to be a very difficult task. Anthony McClure coming back out on the racetrack. So evidently it was a tire that went down for the 24. He's coming back out, but it's a clutch for Colin Teague. And, well, couldn't clutch a win today at Talladega. He's going to fall out early in this one.
Well, so sorry to Colin Teague for that. But Kyle McCree's out front in that number 27, and now this lead pack almost going completely single file now. Because of the number 27. The first 6 cars make that first 7 all single file. Now on Pale's just going to stop that from happening. That second pack, if they want to catch up, they do not want to see this to happen. And I mean, the second pack is going double file, that's what they need to do. But this lead pack is now going mostly single file. So that's not going to help the case whatsoever.
So the backpack is actually within 3 seconds of Trey Smith right now. Trey Smith, 3/4 a second back behind the race leader. Last time through, the backpack is 3.6 seconds behind the top driver now, Braden Perez, and that's about to be Keegan Thompson again. Goes back down to the inside to take the race lead back away here at Talladega onto lap number 10. We'll see what the gap is now back there. 3.64, so 0.03 of a second lost that time. They're still getting their bearings straight back there, but Eric Monaco moves into the race lead now here at Talladega. And Brandon Hayes is going to take a look to the inside. This could be the kind of thing that helps these guys close in, but they're cycling just as much as the front group is.
Yeah, this is very interesting. This one pack, not as big.
Oh, they're 4 wide back there. Andrew Williams right in the middle. Justin Zidell, Dale Lightning, Chase Buck, and there they go. Andrew Williams goes around, and it's going to be only him. He saves it. Is the caution out? Is the caution out? It could very well be. Yes, it is. Caution's out here at Talladega. And that saved the entire back half of the field. It was Brandon Hayes who led the field around that time. And we just saw that out the corner of the screen that was happening. And they were able to get out of it before. Nathan, not able to this time. But honestly, it could be the best thing that could happen to that group.
Yeah, they went 4 wide. Luckily, only one car got involved in an incredible 360 save of Andrew Williams. That reminded me a lot of what Mike McDowell did in the real life Worcester Dirt Race. Just did a 360 and saved it. So amazing save from Andrew Williams, and honestly, that's what that second pack wanted, because now everybody is gonna have a shot once we go back racing.
Of course, no pit stops here. Everybody should be able to continue on as normal, and wouldn't be surprised if maybe Andrew Williams came down under the caution. I don't think he is. I think he's going to stay out there still. But Anthony McClure, the only car lap down right now. He'll get the wave around in just a second. Meantime, let's go back and take a look at what happened to Andrew Williams to bring out this first caution here in the Sirius XM Satellite Radio 500 at Talladega. Watching from overhead as we round turn number 4, Dale Lightning on the inside, Zidell in the middle, Williams on the outside of this three wide bunch, the 4 wide really, but Chase Buck wasn't even involved in it. But Williams, the one who gets the worst of it, but doesn't hit a thing. Nobody hits any walls or anything in this one. So good save there by Andrew Williams. Let's take a look at full speed.
You go 4 wide off of turn number 4, Williams, Seidel, and Lightning, and somehow, someway, this ended up being a one-car spin. It could have been a 3 or 4 car crash, but an incredible save from Williams doing a 360 spin, and he didn't hit a single thing, and I would imagine just have to maybe pit, maybe not pit, but just have to get back into the lead pack, and he might have a shot still here in this one.
Back with your live picture here at Talladega. Catastrophic development for John Andrews, the Atlanta winner, 4th in the championship standings coming in, and the engine has gone sour on that Ryan Durrani Incorporated Honda Accord just after something happened to Paul-Antoine Cyr under this very same caution. Right as we went to take a look at the replay, he slowed up, went into the pits, came back out. There he is, just ahead of Anthony McClure, who got the wave around under this caution, so he's at the tail end of the field. And John Andrews is going to come to a stop, and he's going to be out of the Sirius XM Satellite Radio 500. He'll join Colin Teague behind the wall, and we'll be down to 38 cars left in this one, as Andrews is going to come to a stop right there. And Brandon Hayes, Dover winner, or Iowa winner, I should say, leads the way now. So it will be Hayes, Vargas, Upton, Thibodeau, McLeese, Monaco, Gordon, Thompson, Parrish, and Perez, the top 10, with Andrews falling back.
That is very unfortunate for 4th place in points, John Andrews, and as far as the number 7, I don't know if it was a spark plug issue or maybe down a cylinder or what. I have to wait and see if Sia is off of the pace at all. But already having 2, maybe 3 engine issues here at Talladega, and we're only on that 14.
Well, we'll see. They may not be the last ones. This is a very, very tough racetrack on machinery. We'll have to see how it goes. Brandon Hayes leading the field around to the green flag. Lap 15 of 38 here at Talladega. Good launch there by the top 2. Upton on the outside, slipping backwards. And Cyr, well, he's not getting going. So he is probably going to be off the pace now for the remainder of this race. Anthony McClure's up to normal speed. But up ahead, it's Christian Vargas and Brandon Hayes side by side for the lead down the back straightaway.
That cautions what that second pack wanted. Now everyone is in one big pack together. 3 wide. What a move from the number 25, I believe, the Reese's machine of Eric Monaco up to second now. And here comes Keegan Thompson and Will Parrish. And unfortunately, that number 7 is going to be off the pace, probably as a cylinder down. Something that I was afraid of would be the case. But he's going to be a problem. And speaking of problems, the 05 is not going to be in the race anymore. Because here comes the number 25 of Monaco with a massive shove from Thompson and Parrish.
Eric Monaco comes in leading the championship by 20 points ahead of Alex Lozano. He's led the championship nearly all season. He started off his points season with a win at Homestead Miami Speedway, and he's led the championship most of the week since then, with the exception of maybe like 1 or 2. But aside from that, he's been leading the championship standings almost all season, and he's leading it coming into Talladega. But here comes Will Parrish down to the inside, trying to spoil the party with third-place pointsman Braden Perez.
Was shoving Will Parrish to the race lead, most of the field saying double file, and oh my goodness.
182 miles per hour. Goodness.
And meanwhile, these guys are going 213, 215, something like that. So that's not going to be good once we catch up to him at some point if this thing stays green. And how about San Medea last in points? Not been a good season for the defending champion for NS Blackout Motorsports. Only one blown in a blackout engine. Hopefully we don't have another one. But San Medea going for the race lead here.
Down to the inside goes the Advanced Auto Parts number 98, Nicholas Samadillo. He knows how to get up front and win at these super speedways. It's how he got his name, Mr. Edge, in the old NOFSRL Cup Series Season 2 Daytona 500, won by 0.000 of a second. And then he won at Talladega in 2020, won in that very same series by a nose on the last lap pass. But here comes Max Sterling down to the inside, dominated early at Dover last week, had nothing to show for as far as a win was concerned. And we're back to 3 wide, thank goodness. They tried 4 wide for a moment, not able to make it stick, and perhaps that's for the better. But Max Sterling up front leading the way for Logan Sport, with Trey Wright and Roberto Crown Jr. and Alex Lozano second in the championship standings, already back moving up to the front.
We've seen 4 wide a couple of times already. It's not going to work out that well whatsoever here today, and hopefully they can stop that from happening and we can stay green for the rest of it. Here comes, I believe that's number 3, yes it is, Roberto Crown Jr. going to the race leader in the Spotify Camaro, and here comes Mr. Collins right behind him as well.
Out of turn number 4 onto the main straightaway once again. Roberto Crown Jr. 8th in the championship coming in. Mitchell Collins 38th in the championship coming in. Mitchell Collins is going to lead the field around here at Talladega with a big push from Thomas Truxell.
I think they were 4 wide in the trial, but they settled that down once again. Truxell going to the race lead. Murray's going to help him. A pair of Toyotas, I believe, out front. And always seeing a bunch of 4 wide happening, but luckily they've calmed it down almost every time as here comes Murray up to the front.
You saw just in front of them as they turned down the back straightaway, Paul-Antoine Cyr is up there in the trioval. So this is what we got to worry about now. We got to worry about Cyr. Hopefully he can get up to the outside and get out of the way of this field. But it's Chase Buck leading the field around. This time we are past halfway done at Talladega, by the way. 18 laps to go in this one. The Sirius XM Satellite Radio 500.
It's been a wild one for sure. A lot of close calls with 4 wide, but right now is the number 46 out front. Here in this one, that's Cruz Jr. leading the way. Well, not. No,
actually, Chase Buck leading the way, but Cruz goes to the outside as they catch Paul-Antoine Cyr.
That was almost the worst possible point on the racetrack in the middle of the turn on the exit. Now it's going to split through the field, and this is not what these guys wanted to see.
Not at all, but that inside is going to get going. Then the middle, and the outside is going to slip far back now.
Yeah, now that's really going to change things here. He's not a damaged car, but his engine is damaged and is causing a lot of these guys to get... whoa my goodness, Murray, from the top to the bottom. He said, no, I'm not getting held up any longer. And look up his field, all because of the number 7 of Sierra. Absolutely spread out like crazy here.
Yeah, but it's not going to stay this way. I think they're close enough where they can accordion back together at will. So we'll have to see how long it takes for them to do so. But I do believe that we should be able to have a big pack by the time this one's over and done with. You see, they're already starting to catch each other as Brock Nelson now leads the way here at Talladega. Brad Stover won at Dover last week, trying to get to the lead.
Here comes the number 59 of William Block up front here as well. And Williams, how about Williams? Didn't he just do a 360 for the first caution? Now he's up into that 3rd place spot.
He did, and it's the only caution we've had so far in this one. It's been a relatively clean one, actually, aside from that one spin and a couple of mechanical failures. But here's Williams looking to pull a spin and win at Talladega. Into the 2nd position he goes around William Brock. With your pick, Ace Garcia right behind him. How about that?
Tell you what, that would be something else. From spinning to winning here at Talladega. Of course, in the Ultimate Awareness 500 lately, on my channel, Sean had some kind of issue on lap number 2, and he went on to win So maybe there's something about Talladega lately where if you have an early issue, you might win.
And Anthony
McClure
McClure,
love that.
Twice a winner this year, who at one point was a lap down, has now taken the lead here at Talladega.
Wow.
And somebody is slow back here, I do believe. Stephen Cologne has found trouble. Another Michelin gone down on Stephen Cologne. This abrasive surface. Oh my goodness.
Tires and engines.
And he's not going to make it around. This could be a caution here if someone's coming behind. We'll wait and see what officials decide as Stephen Cologne is going to come to a stop on the back straightaway. Right there with Sear and Biller bearing down on him. No caution. No caution here at Talladega.
Yeah, probably because Cologne stopped on the apron. Probably was the reason why of no caution, but here comes two Trinity River racing cars up front, working together, doing a bit of a team strategy, and oh, never mind.
Yeah, team strategies heck. Sebastian Kukelan's going for his 6th win on the channel and his 4th points win in the Trinity River Cup Series. Justin Seidel was going for his 1st, but he's going backwards now. Sebastian Kukelan to the lead here at Talladega.
Coming to 12 laps to go at the line, and looks like because of that number 7, as they almost
we're almost going 4 wide back here. Andrew Williams, Chase Harris, Ace Garcia, and Brad Stover, they tried it, but they thought better of it. Stover pulled out of it, and they are now 3 wide back there at the tail end of the field. Chase Buck is now in the lead here at Talladega with 11.5 laps to go in this one. Jacob Thibodeau is going to say not so fast. He's going down to the inside of that 45.
Thibodeau in the number 32, trying to take the race leeway, and you know what? The 7 split up the field in half. That second pack, they're going mostly single file. This lead pack was going 3 by 3 by 3, and I think that second pack's eventually going to catch up to these guys in time. It's just a matter of how much time they will have to get through this first pack to get back up to the lead. With 11 laps to go, it's getting tight with Blake Parker out front.
Well, they're 2 seconds back from our race leader, Blake Parker.
Oh,
they are definitely closing in on that 59 of William Brock. As soon as they get to Brock, they're going to catch up to the rest of the pack. And tell you what I might do. If you're getting really close to Paul-Antoine Sear again, I might just have to do something impromptu to get him out of the way. As we're coming to 10 laps to go, tell you what I'm going to do. We won't have to worry about Paul-Antoine Sear anymore now. He's going to be done, and we'll have a battle for the race lead in this one at Talladega. And Sam Adio has just gone to the race lead. And Ace Garcia is 2nd now. Brandon Hayes is 3rd, and you see Paul-Antoine Sear there on the back straightaway. That's why we're getting him out of the way.
Yeah, sorry to Paul Sear, but having a cylinder down at Talladega is not going to end well. And is he going to get out of the way just in time? I think he is.
Yes, he will.
Wow.
As Ace Garcia gets to the lead, it couldn't have timed any better. Couldn't have been much closer, could it?
No, it couldn't. But you know what? Oh my god, they were almost 4 wide back there. But you know what? Ace Garcia might pick out front, and now Williams is going to take the race leeway. Cycle racing at its finest, and less than 10 laps to go here at Talladega, and there's the number.
The 81 of Kanan Biller. He's actually running 197 miles per hour. He's not down a cylinder. He's just slower. He just lost the draft. And so I would imagine once the field catches up to him, he should just be able to merge with the rest of them. He is actually on the lead lap right now. He's 35 seconds off the lead pace. But we're coming around for 8 laps to go in this one. The only car off the lead pace now is Stephen Cologne, and Stephen Cologne is actually right there. There he is. 188 miles per hour. And so we've got some folks to watch out for as this race continues to pedal along here at Talladega.
Yeah, I don't know if something is just completely wrong with that number 81 machine, but he fell off after that first caution. Before the first caution at the start, and now fell off again. So not right with the setup or something, but Kukulon back out front and right behind him.
2x2 and 3x3 into the trioval. Sebastian Kukulon leads the way, coming to 7 laps to go. Trey Wright tried to take a peek. He's got a Toyota behind him. Braden Perez. Inside goes Trey Wright.
Trey Wright to the race lead here. Oh, but what is going to happen with Filler here?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot more gradual this time. Like I said, he had just lost the draft, so he should just be able to merge with the rest of the pack here, and Trey Wright's going to be a sitting duck now.
Trey Wright, it's one thing to have a big lead at any other racetrack, but you do not want it to have a big lead here at Talladega, as this pack's going to eat him alive here with coming 6 laps to go.
And just as I hypothesized, Kanan Biller has merged with the rest of the pack, but he will slip back on that outside line. Braden Perez now to the point here at Talladega with 6 laps remaining.
Here we go, 6 laps to go. Perez out front.
Oh, trouble! Brandon Hayes down low, sideways and into the wall very hard. Off the front bumper of Max Sterling. Is the caution going to come out? No caution right now. We'll see if that changes. No, it will not. Oh, big trouble, turn 4. Jacob Thibodeau, Dale Lightning, Justin Seidel, and that will bring the caution out here at Talladega. No doubt about it. And around to the caution flag, Braden Perez leads the way. And we're going to have a late race restart in this one at Talladega.
My, oh my.
Haven't had an overtime finish at all this year, and I do believe we're going to get one here in this one. The field should be able to sort itself back out. But Nathan did not see that happening in this one. But we're stacking them all up, and we're going to do it again one more time here at Talladega.
Well. We might be in for a classic Talladega finish, Josh. We might be in that scenario right here. Unfortunately for everyone involved in the bat switch crash, that originally did not bring out a caution, but then something happened in turn 3 and turns 4, and all heck broke loose, and now that set us up for a late race finish.
Yeah, absolutely. We're stacking them all back up, and we're going to have a thriller here at Talladega on our hands for this final late race shootout. Real quick, before we get to that, let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring out the second caution to set up the final restart here in the Sirius XM Satellite Radio 500. So watching overhead, Chase Buck is below the yellow line. They're basically 5 wide. And Keegan Thompson's on the inside, Jacob Thibodeau, Justin Seidel, Dale Lightning up top, and Thibodeau gets pushed by the 23 up into Seidel, and Lightning gets sideways down into the 32, and up into the wall, hard up into the wall goes Jacob Thibodeau and Dale Lightning. Alex Lozano gets a little bit of a piece in the 57, and Justin Seidel comes in. He's going to actually make it through that part of the incident relatively unscathed. But a 4-5 car incident in turn 3 and 4. We're going to set up a late race restart here at Talladega. Let's take a look at full speed.
4 wide, almost 5 wide. Thompson, Thibodeau, Seidel, Lightning. Just contact, boom. And a massive hit into that sidewall for Thibodeau and Lightning. And honestly, I thought that was going to be bigger than what it originally was. But it was only 4 or 5 cars, and Thibodeau and Lightning unfortunately got the worst end of the stick right there. And their days are going to be most likely over here at Talladega, but because of this, Josh, that has set up for a fantastic 2-lap shootout here at Talladega.
Well, here we go again at Talladega. Second caution is out here, and it was before a multi-car incident in turn 3 and 4. Brandon Hayes was turned into the inside wall on the back straightaway before that. It did not bring out a caution, and then a multiple car incident in turn 3 and 4 involving Dale Lightning, Jacob Thibodeau, Justin Seidel, and some others. brought out the caution flag to set us up for not an overtime restart, but we'll have 2 laps left in regulation when we come back around with Braden Perez, Elijah Gordon, Blake Parker, Mitchell Collins, Mitchell Henderson, Nicholas Samadio, Brad Stover, Marty Sakala, Christian Vargas, and Priya McShane as the top 10. Winner up in this top 10 right now, Braden Perez has won. Gordon has not this year, nor has Parker, Collins, Henderson. Samadio has won at New Smyrna. Brad Stover's won this year. Sakala has not, Vargas has not, McShane has not this year. As far as guys who have never won in this series, Parker has never won in the Trinity River Cup Series, nor has Christian Vargas. They are up in the top 10 for a late race charge here with 2 laps left at Talladega to decide the Sirius XM Satellite Radio 500. Pace car is going to come into the pits this time, and Braden Perez, looking for his 2nd win of the season, 3rd in the championship standings coming in, will lead the field down, and we are ready to get that green flag. 2 laps to decide this one at Talladega. Fans on their feet, and the green flag is getting ready to come out. 2 laps to go here at Talladega. Let's go!
Who's ready for a classic Talladega finish? Because we are in the show here. 2 laps to go. Anybody in the top 10 has a shot, at least inside the top 10, with how crazy the cycle has been. A massive jump for the 47 of Perez, but here comes Blake Parker in his 14, and Mitchell Collins as well.
Huge run, Blake Parker in the 14, with Mitchell Collins behind him, the 2 Mitchells, Collins and Henderson. Parker to the race lead for the time being. We're coming around for the white flag. Through 3 and 4, we'll get onto the main straightaway, and it'll be the trioval and then the white flag. Blake Parker leads the way for now. Mitchell Collins looking for his first win on the season from 38th in the championship. 2 2/3 miles left at Talladega Superspeedway. Here comes Collins and Henderson down to the inside.
The 2 Mitchells working together. Here comes Stover, here comes Sakala, and here comes Samadio. Will it be one of these 2 Mitchells get the win here today? As Collins blocks Henderson, but Stover's gonna make some moves, and here comes Henderson.
Stover may try to take a peek 3 wide. No, Mitchell Henderson's to the race lead. Stover with a big push coming from Samadio. Out of turn 3 and 4, coming to the checkered flag. Who's gonna win here at Talladega? Brad Stover in behind Mitchell Henderson. No move will be made, and Mitchell Henderson will take Team Velocitar to victory lane for the first time in 2023.
What a finish. I was right with Team Velocitar winning, but I got the wrong driver. It was not Ace Garcia, it ended up being Mitchell Henderson. What a green and white checker, what a 2-lap shootout here at Talladega.
And that is Mitchell Henderson's 2nd career win in the Trinity River Cup Series, the last one coming back in March or April of last year at Talladega Superspeedway, Texas Motor Speedway, by 54 one-thousandths of a second ahead of Christian Vargas, after Vargas was held up by his teammate at the time, Ethan Lewis. After being ahead by over 4 seconds at one point, Henderson clawed his way back and passed Vargas on the very last lap, and in this one, he passes on the very last lap of this one to get a victory. I don't believe he led a lap all day long before that last lap, so job well done for Mitchell Henderson, coming in clutch and winning for Team Velocitar. What an interesting race it was today at Talladega. Let's take a look now at your race finishing results in this one. Mitchell Henderson wins with an average race speed of 160.790 miles per hour, 58 one-thousandths of a second ahead of Brad Stover, one of the closest finishes that we have seen. Nicholas Samadio third, rounds it off with a podium. Great run for him after the just miserable season he has had so far. Priya McShane fourth, Caleb Rose A double top 5 for Team Velocistar. Scott Upton, Sebastian Kukulon, Christian Vargas, Mitchell Collins, and Andrew Williams round out the top 10, and we'll scroll through the rest of your standings here. 34 cars finishing on the lead lap. Cologne finishing 5 laps down. And Dale Lightning, Jacob Thibodeau being out of this race due to incident. Paul-Antoine Cyr out due to failing to meet the minimum speed. That's just what happened. And John Andrews and Colin Teague out for mechanical problems. And Nathan, take us through what we saw in this one today. A very, very unusual but interesting race here at Talladega.
Well, this definitely was a Talladega race. Fantastic race in 3 wide, 4 wide action. Saw a half spin. Well, not a half spin, a full 360 spin for the first caution, and then something happened to the A4 of Hayes getting turned down the back stretch, and then at the same time in turns 3 and 4, the big one striked finally, and it caused a late race green light checkered. No overtime, just the normal green light checker to the end, and then Mitchell Henderson got the job done. What did I say? Anyone in the top 10 has a shot? I believe Henderson was in the top 10 on that restart and got the job done. I got the wrong Velocity car, but I don't think that hurts going mind whatsoever. It's a great win for Mitchell Henderson here today at Talladega.
Absolutely fantastic stuff here today at Talladega. Big congratulations to Mitchell Henderson. Second career Trinity River Cup Series win. We'll go ahead now and take a look at your driver's point standings, your owner's point standings, and we'll wrap it all up here in Sweet Home, Alabama. We'll see y'all next weekend at the Martinsville Speedway in Martinsville, Virginia for the Mother's Day night race. That should be a lot of fun. Hope to see you then. My thanks to Nathan Stapleton for helping with the call for this one. We'll see you next week at Martinsville. Until then, y'all take care, stay safe, and have a good one.